Whoa, inflation is bouncing back up again. Should you be worried about this? Will this mean rising interest rates and mortgage rates going higher, mortgages going higher, stock markets crashing, crypto crashing? What's going to happen next? Should you be worried?
Okay, so as I have explained many times before, that inflation is bouncing up because of rise in oil prices, right? Oil is kind of like this key ingredient that drives up inflation everywhere around the world because we use it every day, not just in petrol for the cars, but also in basically everything like plastic included even. But who could have predicted this? So here was me explaining that due to crude oil prices surging to a local high, we can expect that there will be a higher CPI, and that would possibly cause the Nasdaq, right, and Bitcoin to be in trouble because of high interest rates could be coming, right? And this was me on Twitter. And this was me in my Discord about 6 weeks ago explaining that I expect that light crude, the price of oil, to hit at least 85.5. Was I accurate? So here we see that since then, since I made that prediction, now oil prices hit that 85 area, right, as a local top, pulled back. This is a weekly chart, by the way, and now it's at 90, right? I've been telling my Discord folks again that I think the target is about 92.8, 93 area for now. So whilst we know oil prices or crude oil prices is so important for inflation around the world, and if oil prices bounce, then of course inflation, headline inflation at least, not core inflation, would at least bounce as well. If that was to happen, the Reserve Bank would go hawkish again. That means they would likely hike interest rates, right? Even once or twice more. And that means they would keep QT, which is quantitative tightening, for a little while longer. And that has major implications for people who have houses or are paying back their mortgages, or even who are holding crypto or holding stocks. So what has caused oil prices and inflation to drop over the last year, and what is causing them to be rising and rallying again right now? One of the core concepts we have to understand is that this is the Strategic Petroleum Reserves of the United States, or SPR, Strategic Petroleum Reserves, right? And it's basically something the United States stocks up, right? Oil on the side, which it doesn't use in case of an emergency. That's why it's called strategic reserves. And now they've sold it down from 1.2 mil to like 750,000 million barrels, right? It's the lowest it's been since like 1983, 1984. It's a massive sale in the last 1 year and a bit. Why has that been happening? Well, that happened because we saw this spike in oil prices to $130, $140 a year ago. Essentially, the Biden administration has sold key oil reserves that the United States needs to hold on to in case of an emergency like a war, but it sold all of that to push down oil prices. But now it's sold too much and it has to buy some back now. Now, the reason why oil prices was falling was because Biden sold all that oil that he's not supposed to sell, the SPR oil. But now he's buying it back because he has to. He can't keep those SPR tanks empty or half empty. Now imagine all that selling is gone and now he has to buy it back. How much is going to that push up oil prices, and what will that do to inflation, headline inflation? For more updates, follow me, Pablo, for more.